It's the state of Maritime Wrestling.
Hello, and welcome to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast, where everything is all about the maritime wrestling scene. I am your host, the authority of the Atlantic, the maestro of the Maritimes. I am your guy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Maritime Wrestling Superfan is here. Your host of the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast is here to keep you all covered and on all the updates on upcoming shows and interviews with the wrestlers and talking lots of stuff about the maritime wrestling scene and showcasing all of the incredible talent all across the Maritimes. So, to start off this week's episode, there were no shows this week, since some of them are some of the promotions already had their first shows of 2026. There's but there is a lot of big shows coming up. In well throughout in February, and then in March, and then to April. Anyways, I've been just doing all I can to share a lot of the big announcements for like the shows and sharing everything I can on the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast Facebook page and stuff. I'm also starting a or it's not just me, but I do Special Olympics. I do powerlifting for Special Olympics Capital Region. So me and the powerlifting team are doing a fundraiser or something for we accepted the challenge for for the 2,000 push-up challenge for Canadian mental health. So I've already started doing my push-ups. Probably gonna be doing 20, but gonna improve on doing more and more push-ups and improve more on the form, since for powerlifting, like what I do at powerlifting, well, we usually just do we do bench presses and deadlifts, and then we haven't worked on the squats with the squat rack yet, but we're just working on the form for the squats, doing bodyweight squats, and we do it at the Naturally Fit gym at the on the Majorville Highway. It's a really nice gym overall. It's really nice. Then I do floorball, and well, floorball is like a new it's like a new sport that was introduced for Special Olympics. And then I do basketball as well too. So mainly I do like 3 sports: powerlifting Monday, floorball Tuesday, which I actually just came back home from floorball earlier. They had floorball practice tonight. Then I had basketball practice, which is tomorrow. So, yeah. And, yeah. Things have been busy, though. I've been working very, very hard on the podcast, too. Trying to get all the notes down. And, I really want to give a big shout out to the Maritime Warrior, Corey Votor, also known as the cranky little elf over on the unofficial Boise or Senior Hockey League podcast, but he's also the host of the co-host of the unofficial Maritime Wrestling podcast. Shout out to him for sending me the results for all the shows I couldn't go to. And yeah. So I got some pretty big things for the State of Maritime Wrestling podcast. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, we're gonna talk about the upcoming shows. So the upcoming shows coming up: Capital City Wrestling Clash 42 Eviction will be happening February 21st, which is next weekend. VIP tickets, I believe, are sold out, but the ringside tickets and then the second row for the ringside is still, they still got much more. So get your tickets now. Get your VIP tickets. The card, on this card, we have Nick Strong versus Matt Strong, a brother versus brother match. Kerry Killam versus Rugged Rick Owens, NBWA Heavyweight Championship match. Shino versus Horsepower Hunter Sampson, NBWA River Valley Championship match. Vanna Black versus Drea, NBWA Women's Championship match. And the new NBWA Tag Team Champions, Ace Dynasty, will be at that show. And some really big news: the 70s sensation Larry Horowitz will be making his return to CCW. We haven't seen him for a while, but I would imagine that the fans are going to be popping for him. Then, for the other wrestlers, Oscar Ironside, Narcissus Saint, Patrick O'Neal, and the Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine, and more, like the Big Bad Logan Green, Dan McCullough, and lots more. Maybe the incredible, maybe Pat Swayze. Who knows? We'll just see. But it's a really good card overall. I feel like there's going to be something big with the brother versus brother match. The storyline has been going on since Nick Strong turned on his own brother at the farmers market show, the boys at where they had it at the Boyce's Farmers Market, the place, I should say. So I feel like I think we're gonna see Nick Strong turn babyface, and the Strong brothers are gonna be back together. I kind of predict that, but sheesh, yeah. But Yeah. The lead up to Kerry Killam challenging Rugged Rick Owens for the MBWA Heavyweight Championship. It wasn't that surprising because, came out after the when Rugged Rick Owens beat Zane Valentine and retained. Uh, then Shano will be Shano's gonna be taking a shot at the MBWA River Valley champion Horsepower Hunter Sampson. I think that's gonna be another great match for Shano. He was the 2025 newcomer of the year. The winner of the 2025 Newcomer of the Year award. I think he's going to learn a lot from Horsepower Hunter Sampson. I think it's pretty awesome to see Shano, like the newcomers like Shano, have a title shot since he won the number one contenders match against Oscar Ironside, Matt Kerr, and Patrick O'Neal. And then Vanna Black, the two-time MBWA women's champion, will be back in Fredericton to defend her title against Freya. It's great to see Vanna Black in action at CCW, especially since it was let me tell you, it was a freaking just great seeing her, even on YouTube. Well, just mainly one of the best talent from Ontario. She's gonna be taking Andrea, who I think is from Quebec, so I think that's pretty cool. But I feel like there's gonna be a big storyline. Probably like maybe Salem getting her chase to the MBWA Women's Championship, getting her title back, or maybe we'll see Stormy Hale with the MBWA heavy Women's Championship. I think I would predict that. Sorry if I took too long to say that, but just trying to take my time to speak. And I wonder who Larry Horowitz will take on for his when he makes his return to Capital City Wrestling. Maybe he will probably take on Logan Green, or maybe he'll take on the Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine, or maybe Narcissus Saint. Who knows? But yeah. And man, CCW, Capital City Wrestling has always done some amazing shows. Mostly every month, usually. They've been just having shows all over like Central New Brunswick. This is amazing, especially just that, but like up in Athelvale, Campbellton area, and then like it's just been crazy. They've been really upping their shows a lot though, and I would freaking love to see them back in the Stanley Fair again, dude. It's always a pleasure going to the CCW shows at the Exhibition Center, or when they come to do their traveling shows. It's always super nice to see them. See all the guys. It's just awesome, man. Kudos for them for just doing everything they can for CCW, man. Then, like CCW, even though sometimes, like, well, anyways, let's move on to the next show. Superstars of Wrestling, Winter Warfare, which actually they will be having their show in Sussex for the very first time. So Superstars of Wrestling, they're going to be traveling more often. So that's pretty big. It's going to be a big thing for a lot of the guys. And so, they got, it was a big, really stacked card, especially, got a lot of the amazing talent over in Superstars of Wrestling. With the VIP match, you'll have, Rudy Lockhart take on, the Maritime Luchador Fantana for the VIP match. Then for the main card match, we're gonna see the Vandal Chantal take on, I should say, a rematch versus the Latina Queen, Brenda Pipes. And then we're gonna have the main event is gonna be the Ace of the Maritimes, Dick Durning versus Wesley Pipes. Superstars of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match, for which Dick Durning, I forgot to say, the new Superstars of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Dick Durning, will be defending the title against Wesley Pipes. Then, the other talent, Sussex own working class hero, Mark Thomas, will be in action. The choke artist, Jason Boa. The Hollywood Heathens, 300-pound slaughterhouse, Mayafa. Coach Sensei, Alex Robbins, the Blood Feather, Dry Sterling will all be in action at the show. So make sure to get your tickets for that show. And even speaking of Superstars of Wrestling, since the St. John Sea Dogs is one of the biggest sponsors, the St. John Sea Dogs will be playing against the Charlottetown Islanders, and this specifically is going to be a very big night because it's going to be wrestling night, where there's going to be two big icons, wrestling legends, the War Machine, Rhino, and the Masterpiece, Chris Masters, will be coming to St. John for some big time action. And actually, Rhino will be taking on Wesley Pipes, and the Masterpiece, Chris Masters, will be taking on the Ace of the Maritimes, Dick Durning. I'm really loving the whole plan with, like, the St. John Sea Dogs. Like, you gotta love it. You gotta mix hockey and pro wrestling together. I think it's really good that they're doing that again, especially you get more eyes in the Maritime. More people get started on following the Maritime wrestling, so that's pretty big. Then, one of the best faction. Well, I should say the trios is the Highlight Heathens, Hollywood Cool, Ethan Knight, and Chip Chambers. Your your reigning and defending Pro Wrestling Ontario Trios champions will be defending the Trios titles against Young Ambition in Pro Wrestling Ontario presents 44 caliber Love Letter. So yeah, oh my gosh, these guys are wow. They've been having a really big title reign, especially since they beat the Foundation for, and took the Pro Wrestling Ontario Trios titles. So, and that's pretty big, especially three of the guys from the Maritimes. So it's amazing. Good luck to them on their title defense match. And also, Rudy Lockhart also brought the Undisputed North Pro Championship and defended that, which that was pretty big. And then you got Justin Newhawk and some other big, big talent in the Maritimes like Johnny DeLuca, Crystal Moon, Gabriel Freuza, or and like some other guys like Outside and a lot more like Evan Greenway and all that. It's pretty big talent from Ontario. And IPW Final Frost will be happening. Uh, so we're gonna start with the VIP matches. The local girl, Salem Welder, will be making her IPW debut in for the first time ever against the ultimate female, Stormy freaking Hale. And then the Ghost, Ricky Mortis, will be taking on the big bad Logan Green, baby, in a lumberjack match. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting match. Especially you probably have a lot of talent, maybe some of the talent from IPW come over dressed up in like the plaid, because obviously it's a lumberjack. So I think this match is going to be pretty big. Then for the main card, the one, Spike Esty, will be taking on the Albertan Clipper, Matt Chevron, in a dog collar match. And then the Vandal, Chantal, will be taking on the Heartbreaker, Ronnie Payne, in a 30-minute Iron Women match. And then Rugged Rick Owens has an open challenge for the IPW PI Championship. Port City's finest cadence Maritime segment will be coming back. We'll be back at IPW Final Frost. And Giant Orion will be taking on Jason Boa for the IPW Heavyweight Championship match. So I feel like the big match, I feel like it's going to be like the lumberjack match against the Ghost Rick and Mortis versus the big bad Logan Green. And then for like the main card, I feel like it's going to be Spike SC versus Chevron dog color match because, well, they've been feuding for a little while, even in CCW. With crude oil and all that. I feel like I kind of think I think that Spaghetti is gonna end the it's gonna end with Spaghetti taking the win and beating Matt Chevron. I feel like, but geez, I would imagine there's gonna be a lot of freaking chains used. Oh, since they're gonna be attached to each other, like in the dog collar match, too. I think that's gonna be big. There's probably gonna be some big spots. Uh, and then the other big match would probably be Chantal versus Ronnie Payne. Two of the another amazing female wrestlers in the Maritimes. Two of them amazing talent. Uh, but I feel like, who knows? I feel like Ronnie Payne might end. The match might end with Ronnie Payne taking a win. Well, who knows? Then you got the open challenge for Rugged Rick Owens for the IPWPI Championship. Who knows who could it be? I feel like whoever comes out, it might be August Artois, or it might be Demonic, or geez, could be another lot of heroes. Probably like Thad Howard, or geez, probably even the Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine again. Who knows? Well, for the IPW title, of course. And I feel like we're gonna see Giant Orion successfully defended the IPW title against Jason Boa, because I still remember that Bloodsport match with Jason Boa and Orion. I remember that one spot where they were Giant Orion was being choked out right in front of my cousin Corey. At the North Pro show at the Holy Whale. That freaking that always cracks me up, but I love you, Corey, man. I gotta tease you somehow, man. But oh man, you are my favorite cousin. But anyways, then there's gonna be a lot of other big shows coming up with Real Action Wrestling. They just announced some of their big some of their wrestlers that they will be booking. Ronnie Payne will be making her debut. Fraser Kenneth Adams will be coming back to the Maritimes. And yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot more bigger talent in the Maritimes. But also you got North Pro Uncharted Waters, which will be happening March 7th at the Titan Board Ballroom. And Kaizen will be having their show. But it looks like a really big card. For North Pro, it's the same guys, especially it's gonna have the number one contenders match for the Ghost Rick and Mortis from the North Pro Championship. We're gonna see like the champions there, the champions that were on the card, the Pro Wrestling Ontario's Trios champion, the Highlight Heathens, Rudy Lockhart for the undisputed North Pro champion. The undisputed North Pro champion, Rudy Lockhart. I apologize for repeating that, but I'm trying to enunciate. Then the North Pro Northern Star champion, Dawson James, and lots more will be in action. But no matches have been announced. I have no idea if I will be at that show or not. Just mainly because I can get the tickets, or just mainly because I'm unable to, because, well, it's very snowy, especially for that, but maybe, who knows. But I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that I'll be there. And also UCW will be having their show too, which will feature TNA wrestling star, something had the I forgot, but it's gonna be that. Madison Mouse will be in action. Dick Durning will be in action, and Rudy Lockhart, Chip Chambers, J.P. Sims, Dave Boyce will all be in action at that show. And yeah, so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to go follow the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast on Facebook and on Instagram, and also on TikTok too. And make sure to go hit that like button, turn on your notifications for when more updates for upcoming shows and more interviews that I do that I would be doing on the podcast, and more episodes as well too. And make sure to smash that subscribe button. And yeah, that is all. Thank you for listening to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. New episode available every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Time. Make sure to go follow the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to scan the QR code and dive in on all of the action in the maritime wrestling scene that I cover, from big matches, from big shows, talking lots of big things in the maritime wrestling scene, and showcasing all of the incredible talent all across the Maritimes. Thank you all for your continued support, and have a great night.